Are you tired of eating meat that makes you feel like a fraud? What if I told you that the most confident, grounded men I know have one thing in common? They all experience taking full responsibility for their food by ethically harvesting it themselves. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how successful men are transforming from domesticated and dependent to dangerous and self reliant in just one weekend. This isn't about becoming some toxic masculine stereotype or good old boy caricature. It's about reclaiming the primal masculine power that modern civilization has stripped away. I'm Ethan. I've guided nearly 50 transformational hunting experiences, and I grew up in rural New York, where the meat on our table, venison and pheasant, squirrel, walleye, came from what my father and I harvested ourselves. And most of my protein as a kid came directly from the land. And I learned early that there's a profound difference between honoring an animal sacrifice and just killing for sport. Over the past few years, I've worked with CEOs, doctors, business leaders, and high achieving men who felt completely disconnected from their masculine core despite their professional success. Marcus, a software CEO, came to me feeling like a domesticated version of himself. And after one weekend hunting, he told me he finally sleeps well knowing he can actually provide for his family no matter what happens. David, an investment banker, was skeptical about the spiritual aspects, but his wife says he carries himself completely different now, with quiet confidence instead of anxious achievement. These aren't isolated cases. Every man I've guided through this experience reports the same transformation: unshakable masculine confidence that comes from knowing you can provide and protect, combined with a deep respect for life and death that most modern men never experience. But that's probably not your reality right now. Instead, you're likely dealing with something much more frustrating. You're successful by every conventional measure, but you feel like a neutered version of what men used to be. Every time you eat meat, there's this tiny voice asking you, are you even worthy of this sacrifice? Because you have no connection to where it came from or how it lived and died. You've tried men's groups that just talk, but never actually do anything together. You've read about stoicism and masculine archetypes, but it all feels theoretical when you're completely dependent on systems you don't control. You lie awake sometimes wondering what kind of man you really are if all that comfortable systems were just stripped away tomorrow. The worst part, you want to feel that primal masculine power, that groundedness your grandfathers seem to have naturally. But every path forward feels like it requires you to become some stereotype you don't respect, either the toxic alpha male bullshit or the beer chugging good old boy culture that has zero connection to actual masculine depth. So you stay stuck, successful but soft, accomplished but domesticated, providing financially but completely disconnected from what it actually means to be a dangerous, capable man who can take care of his people no matter what. That's exactly why I developed the Provider Protocol, a weekend experience designed specifically for conscious, successful men who want to reclaim their primal masculine power without compromising their values or your intelligence. This isn't your typical hunting trip. We're not getting drunk. We're not disrespecting animals. There's no toxic masculine posturing. Instead, it's a carefully designed masculine initiation that combines ethical hunting education, brotherhood facilitation, and spiritual connection to the natural world. Here's what makes this different. We take small groups of, say, 6 to 8 men through the complete process, from learning weapon safety and hunting techniques to the actual hunt, to processing the entire animal from field dressing to butchering to cooking and eating what we've harvested around a fire while sharing stories and wisdom. But the hunting is just a vehicle. The real transformation happens through the brotherhood we create, the ceremony we bring to honoring the animal's life, and the deep masculine initiation of taking full responsibility for your sustenance. We sit in circle, we share vulnerability, we hold each other accountable, and we leave as brothers who've experienced something most modern men never will. Imagine walking into your kitchen 30 days from now and opening a freezer full of meat that you ethically sourced with your own hands. Every meal becomes a reminder not just of your capability, but of your honor and your respect for life. Picture carrying yourself differently with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can provide no matter what happens. Your family feels it, your colleagues sense it. There's something unshakable about you because you've proven to yourself that you don't need the systems to survive. You sleep better because that anxious voice questioning your masculine capability has been silenced. You've killed, processed, and eaten an animal with your own hands in brotherhood with other awakened men. You know in your bones that you can handle whatever life throws at you. But here's the part that surprises most men. You also feel more connected to life, not less. Because when you take full responsibility for an animal's death, you develop a reverence and gratitude that completely changes the relationship with food, nature, and your role as a provider. You now have a brotherhood, 6 to 8 other men who you've seen, yet you're most vulnerable and you're most powerful. Men you can call when life gets difficult. Men who understand the journey you're on because they've walked it too. And your stress decreases dramatically because you're no longer completely dependent on systems you don't control. You've taken a massive step toward true sovereignty and self-reliance. If you're ready to stop feeling like a domesticated version of yourself, here's what I want you to do right now. You click that button below this video to schedule your free Wild Man Strategy session. This isn't some generic sales call. We'll spend 30 minutes diagnosing exactly where you're stuck in your masculine development and create a customized plan for your awakening. On this call, we'll explore your current relationship with masculinity, food sovereignty, and male community. Then, I'll show you exactly how the provider protocol can help you transform from domesticated to dangerous, while honoring both your evolution and your primal nature. Most men tell me they get $2,000 worth of clarity just from this one conversation, whether they join our program or not. Because finally talking to someone who understands what you're going through and has a proven path forward, that changes everything. So congratulations on taking this crucial step toward reclaiming your masculine sovereignty. By scheduling your Wild Man Strategy session, you're already ahead of 99% of men who will continue living as domesticated versions of themselves. Click the button below right now, select the time that works for you, and let's create your roadmap for transformation. Remember, this conversation is completely free and there's zero pressure to do anything beyond getting clarity on the path forward. The wild man inside you has been waiting for this moment. Don't make him wait any longer.